So an attorney also stated that it goes up to 650 if someone fraudulently uses a handicap placard and it don't belong to your car because people are doing all kinds of things.
The smile she gave when she said that shows this is a thing she's been known for. She just told on herself. Oh, that's crazy that people do that. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and get into the comments and let mama know what you think about this here red suit she got on today, okay? The Tiff Tiff Super Mayor is here to set everybody straight. She's gonna set us all straight, you know what I'm saying? She's like, look, I said what I said, that's all that I said, and no, you can't see your money, okay? But we're gonna check it out and see what's going on here meeting. Of course, it's chaos per usual. There's never been one that wasn't. So, I mean, you always know what to expect if nothing else.
You, Trustee House, stopped in along with the clerk and did not sign to pay certain vendors. And that goes to my next comment. You guys pick and choose who you want to pay. You pick and choose who y'all want to play with as it relates to politics. And it's not up to you. We did everything right. We put it up for this board to vote on.
She is so hood. It's politics. Not everything needs a nickname, Tiff Tiff.
The board voted on it, and your job is to sign the check. Now, another vendor, y'all call and ask them about payment. You can't dictate how we dish out the funds here at the village. You do not work here. You do not run the day-to-day operations. If they say this is how we pay our vendors, this is how we pay our vendors. So my advice to you, sir, is to make sure you sign and pay the people that you guys did approve. So moving on. Moving on. What was that?
I have one more comment.
Go ahead.
The board's vote was to pay each vendor on there in full, one check, one payment. The board was not presented with any payment plans. The board was advised we have the money just as we are today. And when we went to sign the checks were broken down into what amounted to a payment plan. So again, if the board was presented or told we do not have the money to pay this in one check, the board potentially or likely would have voted differently. So the concern is, and I will say this, as I've indicated in the email, if those vendors are presented to the board or to myself in one check, I will gladly sign that one check and that vendor can be paid in full as the board voted. If a payment plan is needed, I would ask that that be presented to the board because the board is entitled to know that we do not have the funds to pay that.
Exactly. Makes sense. Makes lots and lots of sense. If you have chosen to do a payment plan, trust me, I know this from experience, okay? If you done took a bill, instead of paying it, you done signed up to do a payment plan. You paying it in little bitty pieces because you can't pay the actual bill. Like I said, I know what you're talking about. That is an indication that there's a lack of funds. Accurate. Okay, that is a clear indication that there's a lack of funds. In which case, when that happens, clearly the trustees who are supposed to know about the budget, how much money that the village has, they're supposed to know this. Okay? So clearly they're going to be like, okay, can we see what we working with? Because clearly something's wrong. If we signed for you to pay in full and you done set up a payment plan. Clearly that means we think you got more money in there than you got. That's what that means. Just to clear that up for you, okay? Just to clear it up. I hope you paying your hairstylist. But they're going to run off too, just like everybody else.
Again, for the record, and I just told you, Trustee House, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why you do not run the day-to-day operation. Your job is to legislate, not govern the village. That's my job, sir. If my finance department is telling me we have the funds, we have the funds. Your job is not to supersede any type of process that we have in place. And for the record, when the board votes to pay anybody, it don't say nothing about one check. And this how I know you guys don't pay attention to anything because you've been signing checks all this time, correct? So if you've been signing checks all this time, you've been signing checks where people get paid in portion. For instance, if we say we're going to redo City Hall, use that as an example, we put the whole amount on the warrant list. So you guys know this is the total amount that we're looking to pay this vendor. Then they will break it down and give them a deposit to come and start the work.
Yeah, and that's all fine and dandy. But bitch, that ain't what we're talking about. We're talking about things that already got done. Things that have already been done. They don't started and finished, okay? And ain't been paid. Same fucking thing. You talking about starting a new project. We talk about starting a new project. We're gonna give you a part when you start, part in the middle, and finish it when it's almost done. Okay? But we talking about shit that got already completed. Okay? So that's cute, you trying to switch that up like that, but we ain't that dumb. Okay? We was born on a day, just not today, okay? I hate her.
And then when they're done with the work, they would give them the difference. That's how we do it up here. But you seems to think you know everything, but you don't. So your job is to sign the check, sir, which equals the amount that you guys approve. Our job is to make sure that we give it to the vendor. So when they call us to get paid, we don't have a check because he didn't sign the check to pay the vendor. It's just so we all clear on what's going on.
That cleared up nothing, just so you know. Tiffany, that cleared up nothing. Just thought I'd let you know.
The Village of Dawn, because people like to tell a lot of lies and they don't even be the truth. So again, my advice is for you to sign the checks as we agreed at the last meeting, so all these vendors can get paid in a timely manner, which they all agreed to do. So you spoke to that vendor as well, especially the one that you owe $1 million to. So I don't understand why you holding up that person check like you always do. So I just wish we stop playing politics and you just sign the check, because I know you're upset that you lost the vote and she voted with us and everybody got paid, but now it's just time to pay that vendor. So I appreciate that. So what's on the floor is to pay the bills as read.
That didn't make any sense what you just said, but whatever. You know, you don't have to make sense when your name is Tiffany, apparently. I didn't know that was a rule, but I mean, apparently that's a rule.
It's a motion in a second. Please call the roll.
What, Mayor? I have a comment
Hey, but
prior to me voting.
What was that?
I have a comment prior to me voting.
Go ahead.
I think you answered the question. So you stated that for the record, we have the money. That was my thing. I wanted to make sure we had clarity, because I do remember us receiving an email stating that we don't have the money to pay some vendors last week. So just prior to my vote, you stated that we do have the money. The funds are available. Correct?
You just said I answered that question, so you know the answer.
Right. So you're saying that the funds are available.
Continue, trustee.
you know why this is happening, Tiffany? Because you say this and then you say that. You say up and then you say down. And then when somebody come back and ask for you to clarify, you say, I already said it, right? Then I already say it. You said both, bitch. You said both. I'm going to need for you to clear it up. I want you to definitively say, just say it out. Just say it. Just say the words. The funds are there. That way when we look for them and they ain't there, we can just put you right into jail, okay? Like the moment where when she walk in wearing a wire, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to catch you up in it live. Fall for the trick. Fall for the trick.
Okay, I just want to make sure prior to my vote, you saying that the funds are available. We received the email last week stating we didn't. So I guess that's what I wanted to do for clarity prior to my vote. But you're saying we do have the money.
We have the funds.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I just wanted you to clarify that prior to my vote.
I just said it 8 times, but I guess I got to say it again.
Third time is a charm. You know that. Third time is a charm.
I don't understand what's going on, but yeah.
Appreciate it.
She want to be in some conflict so bad. She's like, but she wouldn't let her suck her into it. She's like, no, I got this simple question. I'm going to play dumb. She used the tactic. This girl right here, she just decided to use one of my favorite tactics. I have two. Play deaf, play dumb. You know what I'm saying? It's two. And in emergencies, use both. You know, she just played dumb. She had like she didn't, like she wouldn't let her suck her into an argument. Because Tiffany likes to go back and forth. Like the girl had a simple question. Are you saying that? I just want you to just say definitively that the funds are there. Funds are there. The funds are available. Because she wants to do that back and forth thing. So the girl just pretended like she didn't, like she wasn't realizing that Tiffany's trying to snap with her. Tiffany was left feeling, I wanted to have some more back and forth because I want to look like a victim. I want to look like I'm constantly being attacked. Nice one, girl. Nice one. I caught the strategy there. I caught it. I know it probably to y'all was probably like, it's not that deep, but it was. It was.
And you guys all have the bank account. So that's what's so
See, look,
crazy about
that's
this.
why she
Trustee
still-
House gets the bank account every day of our ending balance of what we have in the bank
Okay.
account. So I don't understand what the problem is, but they sit here and tell the people a whole
See?
different
Look at
story to stir up turmoil, which everybody see what we got in a bank account. But that's either here or there. It's motion and second. Please
One
call the
last
roll.
thing, I know
Oh,
what
yeah.
they're saying, and I did vote to pay the bills. That's correct. I did. The reason why I did that is because you had that one certain vendor that threatened to sue if not paid. So my thing is vote, pay them all, pay everybody. So when you said pay them in multiple payments, pay them all, be done with it. When a person threatens to sue you, you're looking at obligations for the attorney to pay. You know, you got to pay attorney bill.
But that's weird. You gotta wait until they about to sue your ass. Y'all is a city. This is like a village. Y'all are like the village government. If you're gonna hire people to do services, and the only way they can get paid is by threatening to sue you, that is the reddest flag I've ever fucking seen. Oh my god.
So when we're going back and forth saying you got it, you don't, you got it, write one check and be done with this guy, and let's move on with a clean slate. Thank you.
All right, call the roll, please.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee House,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda is old business. There's no old business, so we're gonna go to 12 new business. Is there a motion for approval of ordinance number 23 amending the Village of Dalton Code of Ordinances related to disabled parking fines? So the reason why we put this on here is because we get a lot of complaints as it relates to people parking and the handicap. Right now, we would like to have the fine increased to $350.
Okay, so now they are fining people $350 for parking in a handicapped parking space. Basically, they're trying to make up for all this money she's spending on whatevers and trips and vacations, etc. by like making tickets, by increasing the tickets, the fines, the fees. Basically, even more so making the taxpayers pay, just like she did with her ice rink. Are they gonna pay to get the ice or whatever to do the ice rink thing? So what she do? Takes donations from the people whose taxpayer money she already stole to make the ice rink thing in the first place. Ain't that some shit? Like it's something so weird. It's so weird. It's so blatant. It's so in your face. So now what they're doing, their strategy is $350 if you park in a wrong spot. $350 fine. Parking in a handicap spot. I wonder how much they speeding tickets are. I mean, you know the police is that because you know they lie. We already know that. I mean, the little police chief dude is just a fucking liar out of wazoo. So I'm sure he's pulling people over doing 35 and telling them they were doing 60. And when they say, no, I wasn't, he called them a bold-faced fucking liar and give them this fucking super speeder tickets. He can't be fucking I need him in jail pronto. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I need him in jail now.
So that's why that is on here. So we're just asking to amend what is already written and to basically be able to collect more than what we already collect. So an attorney also stated that it goes up to $650 if someone fraudulently uses a handicap placard and it don't belong to your car, then you will be ticketed for that amount because people are doing all kinds of things.
You know Tiffany does that shit. Just the smile she gave when she said that shows this is a thing she's been known for. She just told on herself. Oh, that's crazy that people do that. Bitch, I know you was the person. You was breaking into people's fucking cars, trying to steal people's fucking cars, allegedly, or you know, from your criminal record. Okay? I know that you are not above using grandma's placard, handicap placard. I know you're not above it. And you just told on yourself by grinning when you just said that. But you uncharged somebody $650 for that shit. If you don't think that inside of her little cars, if you don't think inside of that little glove compartment is a handicap placard, If you don't think it's one in there, then you don't think like me, is what I'm saying. Because I think I just see her as scam, period. Like everything wrong, that's Tiff. Like that's how I see it. Like I know she just told on herself with this grin.
So I just want to make that clear. Is there a motion?
A motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
One
You
thing
know-
right quick. Sorry. What is the current? If you want to go to.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Tiff.
The current ordinance is actually $250, and that tracks with state law. However, state law does allow a local municipality, home rule or non-home rule, to actually adopt an ordinance to increase the fine to up to $350. So that's why the fine has been increased to $350.
Wow, they went to the max. So the most the law would allow was the $350. So what did they pick? The most. Tiffany, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You the worst. You the absolute. This is what you want for your people. Lisa, you know what I want for my town? You know what I want? I want to be the most petty.
And I apologize, Mayor, it's actually $600 for the fraudulent use. But hopefully this will curb fraudulent use of handicap placards. As you know, sometimes when people, will have their mother or their father's car or something and run into Walgreens and park in the handicap spot and take it away from somebody who actually needs it. So hopefully this will help curb that and encourage compliance with the handicap disabled parking laws.
All right. Call the roll, please.
Trustee Norwood,
No.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
No.
Trustee House,
No.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Motion failed.
All right. Next on the agenda.
Look at that. Motion failed. Good job, guys, because that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to figure out which way you can how to rob the people some more. They's just going to steal every nickel from these people. The plan is to steal every nickel. I'm going to leave you bitches nothing. Y'all ain't going to get nothing. Nothing for you. Okay? Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay? I get it. I get it, Tiff. You ain't got but so much time left. You damn sure ain't getting reelected. Of that, I'm sure. I looked it up to see how long she could be in, how long it's her term or whatever. And I think it's 4 years. From what I saw, I think it said 4 years. She's in her third, right now? I think she's in her third year now. She went in 2021. So I think next year, that's going to be it for her. She ain't going to be no trustee. She ain't going to be no mayor. She ain't going to be no nothing. If she got to win a role somewhere, she ain't getting it. Okay? If she can't buy her way in, she fucked.
Can I have a motion to approve ordinance number 23 revising certain fees and establishing a fee schedule for Pacific Housing Matters, building permits, inspections, and related matters. All right. So the reason why this is on the agenda is because we have a lot of issues in housing as it relates to fines and fees. For instance, if someone is renting their property out or selling their home, they will call us. They'll set up a rental inspection or a sale inspection. Therefore, they're scheduled today, say 1 o'clock. We get there at 1 o'clock. The person don't show. It's 1:30. They still don't show. By 2 o'clock, they leave. I'm not saying they stay a whole hour. I'm just using an example. They leave. Once they leave, they then call and reschedule. The problem we have is we don't have a reschedule fee. So that means that we wasted our employees' time for that day, and now we're gonna go again, and we don't make the money for the village to reschedule like most communities does. That is the reason for that being on here.
They are literally just sitting back there trying to figure out. They're not trying to give to the people. They're trying to figure out how the fuck they can rob the people. Like, what else can we charge them for? We need to get more money from them. We need some more money. I know we want to fine everybody for everything while we also don't pay our own bills. Pay your bills and you in here trying to pick up and figure out how you going to pay, how you going to fine some people. For late stuff. Well, if they didn't show up, then we got to reschedule. And then we came out and we wasted our time. Sounds familiar, Tiffany. Sounds like all the people who've been doing all this work that y'all ain't been fucking paying for. Sound like that. Funny. This shit is hilarious. You literally couldn't make this shit up.
Also, physical printouts. Sometimes people come in here and they ask us to print out their reports. Now, we do not charge for that. That means paper, that means money, that means time and employees. So we want to charge $5 a page for physical printouts for inspection reports. We are just like Section 8. Section 8 allows you to.
Oh my gosh. $5 a page? $5 a page. $5. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with that. $5 a page, bitch. Do you know how much a ream of paper costs? You know how many pieces of papers is in that bitch? Let's see. 500 pages. So what's that? $2,500? That's $2,500 for a ream of paper. This bitch is charging $2,500 for a ream of copy paper. $2,500. Wow, Tiffany. My mind, I literally got a headache from that one. That one blew my mind. That one is definitely gonna be the intro. You was the worst, girl. You was the worst.
To go online and see your inspection report. We do the same thing here, but when you guys want us to print it out, that's like having a Kinko's or something. Like you can go there and print the stuff out. They charge, so should we. So that's where we are with that.
Oh my God, $2,500
thing
for a ream of
crime
paper.
fee inspection addendum, $100 for an inspection. So we're trying to do.
Oh my God, it costs 2 months rent paper, y'all. Tiffany can't do math, y'all. Tiffany can't do math. That's all it is to it. Let's see what else she done came up with. What other ideas? What other great ideas you got? Tiffany, let me know. Tiff, what you got for me?
Different fees as it relates to the housing department.
Mm-hmm.
Any discussion? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? All right, call the roll.
No.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Yes.
Trustee House,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Really, bitches? $2,500 for a ream of paper? There's 500 sheets in a pack of paper. $5 per sheet. That's $2,500. $500 for a ream of paper. Okay, that shit? All of y'all just said, did y'all not do the math on it? That's an upcharge, okay? When you go from it being free to charging for it, and it's a sheet of paper, and you jump all the way to $5 for a sheet of paper, when you was getting nothing before, just saying. Oh my gosh. You know what? I can't with y'all. I can't with none of y'all tonight. All y'all done pissed me off with that. Maybe they use a magical printer. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge, but that's hilarious. $2,500 for a ream of paper just sounds fucking hilarious, okay? Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. That should sound crazy. Y'all let me know in the comments. Am I losing my mind? Is that a bit much? $5 per sheet? How about Kinko's? Let me know in the comments section if you think that that's justified, okay? Mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh, peace.